Okay. I mean, honestly, what can I say? I got yet another Benchmade, a 940-1 Osborne natural open, manual open, I'm sorry, CPM-S90V, Benchmade blue class. Can't fool you. You're sly. Oh, you always pay too close attention. I was trying to. Okay, so obviously it's not a real Benchmade, but, and I don't know if this is the same, the case with the 940s Osborne-ish. Says, I know you know what I'm going to say next. I don't have a real one, so I have no comparison. Um, and I'm going to say this is carbon fiber. Uh, Yeah, you're not pushing those together. Um, so I mean they're getting really good at these things. Um, I don't know any of the little whatevers to pick out a fake Osborne 940 Benchmade, but you can read Benchmade with it closed. You can see the logo. The box is close, but it's still, the insides is not right. The bag, they finally got the bag right. And one of these days I'm gonna read one of the instruction manuals to see how close they are on it. Grammatical and errors such as that. But probably have to get my wife to read it because when it comes to spelling and uh, the English language, I suck. Don't mean to be ugly, but hey, the truth is the truth. Um, so, standing on its own without all of that, trying to be a Benchmade, branded Benchmade, this is nice. Looks cool, looks great. Uh, and I think it would be a cool knife otherwise, just to be a look-alike or a clone or a whatever. Um, it looks like it's on bronze washers. Uh, and of course, kind of flicks on open like it's supposed to. And we know it's not S90V. Um, and I've had some viewers that have commented on a couple of them, the videos on some of these, kind of wondering what the steel is, and we all kind of figure it's probably 440C for some kind of whatever the cheapest 440 stainless there is most likely what the steel is. Um, I'm almost tempted to get a lead tester because they're cheap enough to kind of check things out, but there's also a lot of um, uh, controversy about those as to how accurate they are or what. I think it may be fine to be able to kind of reference something like this right here, but I have no real easy way to confirm. So whatever I get out of it could be completely bogus or otherwise. So I don't think I'll bother doing that. But I think one of the viewers of this channel may end up getting some of these because they have a knife sharpening business and they do have a way of testing the steel to see what it is. And I'm very, very interested in seeing what they come up with. And of course, that will be passed on with that viewer's information if they so wish to share that. Um, but I mean, it'd be some very interesting info. Um, but just standing alone on its own, I think this would be a great knife if they just take Benchmade off of it, put it in a generic black box, take the logo off of it, and sell it as is. And so people are buying and knowing what they're buying. The way they're selling these on AliExpress and most likely Amazon and other places is like with plausible deniability. They're blocking all the branding out, not showing the box and stuff like that, so that people assume what they're getting is a fake Benchmade at a super cheap price, which I think this one was under $20. Um, and they're going to go out there and sell it for a couple $100 as brand new to be a, as though it's a real thing. So I don't agree with that. I think that's wrong. I mean, I'm not crying for Benchmade. I mean, they sell the bug out, which is, you know, I don't know. I can't imagine that it's even remotely any kind of cost in the materials to justify the price, but they do back it up with one heck of a warranty and such. uh, so I mean, there's that, and so I think that should be part of the price. They should get some reimbursement for that. But I'm not. They ain't hurting. Benchmade's not hurting. So it's a little tight. It doesn't just flippy floppy around. And I know I can loosen that up and make it easier, move easier, but I'm not really concerned about all that. Um, because I mean, this is just kind of showing what's out there, and I'm probably going to end up with a Benchmade here in the near future to kind of go against some of the other ones, and I'd like to grab one of these, a real one, to be able to check, or maybe I can find someplace or someone who sells knives that could loan me one under some kind of binding agreement that I return it back to them after doing comparisons. Or however it ends up working out. I don't know, but because I know they're expensive, and uh, that's really the biggest thing that's holding me back. I mean, I don't want to buy $150 or $200 Benchmade, which I'm not really crazy about. They're cool, but I'd rather go buy the new Civivi Buster FG, which ain't going to be out until May. What they told me anyway. So uh, it's everything seems good on it. Everything seems fine. It's strong. It's solid. This does appear to be carbon fiber, probably the cheapest grade that you can get. I don't know, but it does seem to be real carbon fiber. The clip is a definite heavy, heavy clip. Uh, the knife feels, it feels good. I mean, I can't explain it. It's not. It's got good edges. Everything is good about the knife. They did a tremendous copy job. The blade looks fine, but this is still that same old. It. I think I finally decided that what they're putting on these blades is some kind of clear coat on that blade, and I think their intent with doing that is to keep it from rusting. So it's probably a highly cheap grade of stainless steel that will rust. And so, because you look at that blade and it's like it's possibly stone washed to a certain extent, but it's also got a shiny, kind of reflective surface as though there's something on it, some kind of coating. But of course, it's a not a coated blade. And even some of the black blades that you get on some of these fakes has the same thing. And so I'm kind of thinking that there's some kind of a coating that they're putting on there, just to kind of cut down on the potential rusting factor. So looking at the blade, I really like the blade. It looks like that's a flat grind. Yeah, there's no hollow to that, and it's got this contour on the top, and I really like the contour because the blade is a pretty thick blade along the spine, but then they've cut this section down, and you see it flare back out here at the tip, so that's a very strong tip. So the blade may not hold an edge for more than uh, a handful of cuts. But at the same time, that's the way our knives were when I was growing up. So I wouldn't, it's par for the course till you get a Civivi or a Wii, which never mind. We'll talk about that in the near future. But so, I mean, I say, I would love to say great things about it because it's nice. It feels good. It looks good. I don't have any negatives to it. I know, let's go ahead and just do it. Uh, That looks like a T8, and that looks like a T8. And well, first of all, no blade wiggle. Well, there might be a minute up and down. So that's better. So, so I think that's pretty cool there. I mean, that's fine. Um, there's a small left and right, same up and down. There's a little more pronounced left right wiggle, which I don't care. I mean, it's not a knife I'm going to carry and use because I've got much better knives with much better blade steel that I would carry. But I mean, this would still, in my opinion, work for pretty good. And that's probably what I use these fakes for is like a size comparison against other knives to give you an idea of what they look like, how they compare in size, and all that kind of stuff. So really, I've kind of babbled on along way too long on this one because I've got some other stuff that we need to look at. So this right here, standing alone on its own, barring the fact that it's most likely cheap steel, uh, I think it'd be a cool one to have. Just the big downside to it is the fact that it is trying to make you think it's something that it's not. Again, I'm not crying for Benchmade over that, but I am definitely uh, crying for people that end up buying some of these at full price as though it is a Benchmade, thinking they got one. Because in today's world, money is not an easy thing. I mean, it's people are hurting, and they I don't think anybody's going to go hungry to buy a Benchmade, but at the same time, they could have used that money elsewhere. Instead, they bought a $150, $200 supposed Benchmade that cost less than $20 for someone to get and cheat them. So anyway, if you like this content, I would ask that you would like and subscribe, and most importantly, comment below. Let's get some comments going on some of this stuff right here, either in the community, on the web, on the uh, uh, channel page, or somewhere, because I'd like to get some discussions going on some of these fakes. Your experiences, what you've seen, and how you've learned to spot fake Benchmades. Because I've got certain things that I look out for, but with these here, these 940s, I have no experience. I haven't watched any videos and don't know anything about them. So let's get the truth, because the truth is out there. Let's get the truth. Some of you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I appreciate you. I thank you for sticking around this long and listening to me babble. And I hope to see you back here with me again next time. Thanks. See you then. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.